Rotate red and my diamonds blue. Rotate red and my diamonds blue. Keep it down.
I was assistant director, so I was in the next scene, organising that and telling the cast what's expected of them.
Basically, I was the cameraman, so I was handling each shot and how the position of the shots and all sorts of things like that.
Good. So what did you gain from this?
I gained a lot of experience because doing media last year, I had a role of playing cameraman, but this year I got director, and in the position of director there's a lot you have to do. Like, you have to tell everyone what's going to happen, so you play a part of everyone's role. Like, you're a bit of the actor, you're a bit of the cameraman, you're a bit of assistant, so you just do a bit of everyone, but you're not exactly the boss, but you lay down some foundations to make sure that things go well. So that's the experience I got.
Yeah, same as him really. I learnt a lot of experience. I actually liked the role of assistant director, and last year I was on the total opposite. I was actually a cast, so I was being told what to do and following instructions, whereas this time I was on the other side of the camera, so it was like a lot of my input, and I actually liked being in control of something. I liked having the responsibility, and it's like more of an achievement for me of what the film turns out to be.
For me it was a bit different because I didn't want to be cameraman because I was cameraman last year, so I thought I wanted to be something different. But I think the experience from last year to this year is giving me like a level so I can obtain that level and go forward and pass that level. So I enjoyed being the cameraman because it gives you a chance to be creative with the shots. Sometimes when other people are planning the next shots, like the assistant director, I can look at other shots and see what I could do in the spare time to make our film a better film.
So how far do you want to get in doing this?
Pretty much just, it's just really, I don't know, in the future I would like to direct another short film or anything that I could direct, because after doing this I really enjoyed doing it, so anything in the future that comes my way with directing or cameraman, I'll take a challenge and go with it.
Me personally, I didn't really like filming because I thought it was such a long process and I kind of got bored, but actually being an assistant director, I like, organising certain shots, and I would like to go far in it. I would like to actually be something like a producer or a casting director or something, so this has actually given me the experience I needed, and it's actually been a good one for me.
I've always loved media. I've always wanted to do media. That's always been my hobby and my dream from a young age. So it's gonna maintain that way, and this is just helping me to gain that fundamental experience that I need to go further. So I've always wanted to do media, and I always want to do media.
Stop for a second. When you three are talking, you need to talk about...
What's your target audience?
Our target audience is 16 plus. Reasons for this is because we have young people playing a role, and we also have adult part of it, so it really shows the relationships between them two, so that's our target audience for this short film.
Yeah, I'll say around 16 plus, not only because of this, but it's quite of a sentimental film. It's got a lot of emotions in it, and I don't think a 12 or 13-year-old really understand the depth of the family problems, kidney failure. It's quite an emotional storyline, and I thought that maybe a mature audience, and especially the way we portrayed it, it's not exactly something, fun. It's a more deeper, sort of film, so I think, 16 plus.
Yeah, it's not really I wouldn't say it's really for kids either, because I wouldn't say it's really for kids either because, it's kind of for mature audiences. It's about kidney failure. It's about a sickness, which kids don't really want to get into because they're still at an age where they're having fun and they don't really want to think about the serious things of life, things like that. So it'll be for a more mature audience, someone that can take that kind of emotional stress from the characters.
What do you think you could have done to make this better, the production, all of them?
Right now, any improvements after shooting, I think that we could have probably touched more on some shots, because we've done a few various shots here, but to have a more variety would be better in it. So I say if I was to improve it, I'd just take a bit more time into doing more shots than that.
I think for me it's probably organisation. A lot of the shots from our storyboard we followed, but we also done a lot of alternative shots, and I thought maybe we should have scheduled our shooting schedule more accurately and actually stick to shooting all these shots at the same time. Even though we overcame it, I think it would have just made the process a lot easier and the continuity would have been more accurate.
I think the only thing we could do is just do more short films, basically, because through doing short films you gain more experience, and that's how you're gonna get better. And the reason why we're at this level right now is because we've done short films last year, the opening sequence of a film. So we've got to a certain stage. So doing more short films will just increase us as directors, cameramen, and make us better at doing this. Camerawomen, okay.
Can you comment?
Yeah, we had to talk about the technology that we used.
Well, first, what makes our film a bit different from others?
Yeah. Well, what makes our film different from others is basically our storyline is completely different, because we did proper research and we didn't want to have everything the same as
other films.
Yeah, like crime and...
Yeah, we wanted to touch a more,
you know,
emotional issue.
Because we always see them stereotypical things about gun crime and gang crime, and it's just all, and school fights and stuff. It's all just a bit repetitive. We wanted to come with something different, something from a different angle, put a different spin on it, and that's why we come up with something like a killing, like a sickness. And the mother, we saw the relationship between the brothers and how it changed because of the sickness.
We took a very small idea and made it creative, and I think instead of having such a big, full-blown narrative, we could just have a short, simple idea and use different technologies, creative, different techniques and everything just to make it more effective.
A1. This is a high technical camera with loads of different settings. You can do autofocus, zoom out. There's a lot of things you can do with it.
Because we used the same camera in our AS, we used just the basic shots, but this time we had to obviously go up a level and be more creative, so we done more of a variety of shots, like bird's eye view, tracking shot, which allowed us to be creative, allowed us to get more of an effect, allowed us to be more experimental with it.
And plus, before we put it on automatic, which means that all the settings are done for you, but this time we put it on manual, which means we can change all those settings to make it how we want the film to be.
And it also shows a better level of understanding and knowledge, and also shows a bit more of professionalism, the fact that this is all based on our understanding.
Yeah. Where would it be advertised? I think it'll be advertised on things like Facebook,
YouTube. I mean, YouTube's accessed by millions of people every day worldwide, so it allows more people to see it. And also it's fast, active, like, you know, everyone goes on it how many times a day. It will gain a lot of hits, and the amount of hits will show us how successful our film actually was.
Plus we can make it on links of films of other things on YouTube which are similar correlation to it. Things like that deal with sickness. So if you clicked on YouTube and went on talking about a sickness like kidney sickness or something, that video could come up. So I think we could put it on YouTube in certain areas. I don't think we should put it on YouTube everywhere, because it could come to like a young person, because everyone goes on YouTube. But if you put it in the right areas on YouTube, I think it could be effective. Also, I think places like Twitter and women's magazines,
like Women's Weekly or Living TV, which is
hairdressers and stuff like that.
Loads of women every day.
That's the kind of areas I think it would be like, but we just have to try and avoid the obvious areas that kids will see. Not that kids can't see it. It's not that kids can't see